Hi, and welcome to No Degree, No Problem. My name is Coach Danielle, and I am a career coach who specializes in helping high-quality candidates just like you get high-quality jobs without having a college degree. And today we are going to be talking about something that I get all the time, which is what's the number one reason why it's hard for candidates who don't have a degree to get a high quality or high paying job. And the reason is probably going to surprise you. And I'm gonna jump right into that. But first, I wanna tell you the top 3 reasons why it's not. These are the most common reasons that people think are holding them back that just aren't true. And so I wanna debunk those so we can go into the real reason with the right mindset. So the first reason that it's not is it's not because you don't have a degree. I talk to so many clients, so many people who think that the one thing that is holding them back from having all the success in the world is simply the fact that they don't have a 4-year degree. And I can tell you right there, that is not true. Not only have I helped other clients and multiple people get high quality jobs without having a degree, but I'm sure you know people who probably have really good jobs and don't have a degree, and you think it's by some great fortune or maybe their connections or maybe luck, and that just isn't the case most of the time. The second reason that most people think that they don't have a high quality job is because they don't have the experience. This is another one I hear all the time where people say, well, I don't have enough experience. I've only had 1 or 2 jobs. I've only worked fast food my whole life. I've never had a job in that industry. How or why would they hire me over candidates who have other experience or more experience? And the answer is going to be in the actual reason when we get to that point. But please understand that there are so many jobs that are paid training positions. People will pay you to do the job if they believe that once you learn how to do the job, you can actually do it effectively, efficiently, and even better than some of the people who may have prior experience. And I'll also tell you something. At one of the jobs that I previously got in a training position, I was one of 2 people in the entire training class of 30 who didn't have any experience in that previous type of role. And what the recruiter actually said was that I was in a better starting position because the other people who had previously had similar roles were going to have to unlearn all of the bad stuff that they probably were taught at their previous jobs to learn the way that this job does it. So really, not having experience in a lot of ways, if you know how to market and position yourself, you can make it seem like a good thing and that you're teachable and that you know that you are a fast learner and can build the skills to learn how to do it this company's way, the right way. And the third reason why it's not is because you don't have the ability. This is the third biggest reason that I see people think is this: I don't have the skills, I don't have the ability. Why would I even apply for that job? I can't even do it. And that just comes from a root of not having a solid foundation of knowing your skills and being confident in them. And that brings us to the actual number one reason that I see why it's difficult for people to get high-paying, high-quality jobs without a degree. And that's because they don't have the confidence. And I don't want you to just skip on out and say, oh, not this whole thing. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna give you some proof in just a second of a real-life example where a recruiter said this to a candidate. So hear me out here, okay? It's not because you don't have the experience, it's not because you don't have a degree, and it's not because you don't have the ability. The number one reason is because you don't have the confidence to sell yourself, to market yourself, to package all of your amazing skills, qualities, and life experience that you have into a package that interviewers say, I want you to work for us. Do you need to get up, honey? Go ahead. I'm gonna cut this out. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good.
You're doing a lot of moving.
Okay. Let me just leave.
No, you don't have to, but I just, you know. Oh, you can be.
Just message me when you're done. So I can come back and sort things out.
And before I go on too much of a tangent, I'm going to show you that real life example that I was talking about. So I came across this post on Reddit and I thought that it was so good. And so I'm going to read it to you guys. It says, I've been on the job search market for 2 years. I had a by luck amazing interview to one of the largest companies within my major field. I didn't get the job. 2 weeks later, I asked why. This is what he said. I hope my mistake becomes your, and I can't see the rest of it right here, but you get the gist. So the response from the recruiter is this: Hi Jason, you were extremely self-deprecating when I met with you post-interviews, and the same goes for this email. You need to trust that if a recruiter reaches out to you and brings you into the interview, that you have the skills to take on the position that is being offered. You said in our meeting with me that you were not qualified for the opportunity in front of you. No one is going to hire someone that is that down on themselves. Moving forward, I suggest going in with more confidence and an attitude that you deserve to be there. You have a great background in customer service from Starbucks, a good foundation of media skills to start in an internship entry-level position. Right now, you are the person that's holding you back from these opportunities. I hope that's helpful, and best of luck with your search. Wow, so insightful, or at least I hope that it was. And if you didn't catch all of the huge, big things that he said in there, I'm gonna go through it and we're gonna chop it out. So first, by luck, do you notice that the person who's writing this entry, even after getting this advice, is still struggling with that mindset belief that they don't deserve it and they didn't earn that interview? I had a by luck amazing interview. You didn't get the interview by luck. Literally, the recruiter just told you why you got the interview, and it's because of your background and skills at Starbucks, as well as because of your entry-level skills, and that you would have been qualified for an entry-level position. This is something that we do to ourselves, especially people with no degree, all the time, especially if you grew up in a household or in a family that told you that college was the only way, that you won't be successful without a degree, or the only successful people that you know do have college degrees. It can be so easy to fall into that, oh, woe is me, I can't do anything because I don't have a degree. And even if you don't think that it's coming off in interviews, it is. And even if you're like, well, I don't even get interviews, so what's wrong with me? Well, I'm sure that your resume and your cover letter aren't telling a story that says, this is where I should be. I know that I have the qualities and the abilities to do this job, and here's why. It is a total mindset thing that keeps, dare I say, 90% of people, if not more, from getting high quality and high paying jobs. Because number one, you're too scared to even apply for the job in the first place. Number two, when you do apply, you don't put your best self forward and you're self-sabotaging because you don't think you deserve to be there in the first place. And then after that, if you do get the interview, you do the same thing that this Jason guy from Reddit did, where you are talking down about yourself, where you don't feel like you actually have the qualities and qualifications and skills and abilities to get the job done. And if you think that you can't do it and you've known you your whole life, then why would a recruiter who's known you 5 minutes believe any differently? So that's what makes the difference, is having that confidence, using those methods like deep research strategies and your superpower skills. And if those are foreign terms to you, like having your resume go through ATS, application tracking systems and things, if you're like, what the heck are you talking about? I explain all of this in my masterclass, which will be linked below, which is completely free, and it goes over the 4 steps to getting high paying and life-changing jobs. And I literally, these are the exact 4 steps that I go through with my paying clients. And if you want an opportunity to be one of those clients, then that's at the end of that for you as well. But even if you decide not to do that, it is value packed and it'll only be there for a limited time. So I highly recommend that you go take this opportunity to learn these things, to get your skills foundation, to understand what kind of jobs you should and shouldn't apply to know what's important in a resume, and packaging it all together in that interview to deliver you the high paying job that you've earned and that you deserve. And also, after you check out that masterclass, I have another video that goes through in more depth why you're not confident in interviews. So if that's something that you struggle with, make sure that you watch that video as well and leave a comment below. Is confidence something that you feel holds you back in interviews? Did you previously think that it was because of any of those 3 reasons, like degree, experience, or ability? And what do you think now? Let me know in the comments and I'll talk to you down there. Bye.